Disney set to begin layoffs alongside a target hiring freeze and travel limits.
Shit.
Do we? First of all, do we know what's happening? Do we have a suspicion what's happening?
I'm pretty sure it's because of this global recession we about to be in.
Yeah, we in a recession.
Is it a recession or
It's a recession. They just don't want to call it that.
More with less? Do we not need as much as we have? Because Disney don't seem to be slipping.
They're not, but
in my head.
It's because the average human, regular niggas don't got money to spend on extravagant shit. So it's like that means they're not gonna be spending money on things they don't necessarily need, which would include Disney, maybe trips to Disneyland, all that kind of shit.
Oh
so,
yeah, that too. We covered that last week.
Yeah, so the stuff like that. So it's like we know that we're not gonna be making the same revenue that we might have been making in the last 2 or 3 years. So that means we need to tighten our belt now, which means getting rid of people. It means it's hiring freeze. It means we're not taking on new employees to have to worry about paying for them, because we know that we will probably not be making the same amount of money as we were a few years ago. So it's not so much that Disney's like, oh, we can't afford it. It's like we know the money's not going to be coming in the way it was, so we might as well try to preempt that slightly.
And we're in a weird spot with the streaming services being real big. They don't know how to fully capitalize off this shit yet.
Yeah.
I was watching this shit with Scott Adkins.
Mhm.
He played in Undisputed. He was Boyka.
Mhm.
He said how movies used to work was like how Van Damme and all them, like they used to be doing these movies over and over and over and over again. Because back then you would do the movie, it wouldn't matter what the box office was because you make all your money back on DVD sales. But now nobody's watching DVDs. It's all streaming service. So we're in a weird kind of space to try to get profit off of streaming.
Yeah.
That's why Netflix is doing the ads thing. It's gonna come to that. I'm already. I forgot what I was watching. I think I was watching. What was it? I think it was Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I was watching Dead Space. Mad ads.
Ads, yeah.
I was like, where the fuck this shit come from?
Yeah, I mean that's
right in the middle of my movie.
There's ads, and then there's the price hike on the actual streaming service itself. Like, so they're because like, I mean, we had this discussed before. It's like they don't. No matter how many people watch something like on Netflix, 1 million people could watch something on Netflix. They don't get paid each time someone watches that movie because you're just paying for the service as a whole. So there has to be, they're trying to figure out a way to supplement their income. Because like if in a movie, if 1 million people bought a ticket for that movie, then you know 1 million people bought a ticket for that particular movie.
Mm-hmm.
But for like, if you have Netflix, you're just paying for that service. Like you already in the amusement park, but we don't know which ride you're on. Yeah. We just know that you're in the amusement park. We can see, obviously they can see what rides you're watching, but you don't get paid per ride. You just get paid for that entrance fee. So it's like,
that kind of makes sense.
It's kind of stupid though.
That's how it's been working.
But why can't they adopt the same thing that they do in music with TV shows and everything else on streaming?
The ads.
There's ads on music too. Like if you don't pay for Spotify, they got ads on this shit.
Yeah, they're starting to do the ads. That's why they're starting to do the ads.
Yeah, but I mean, streaming doesn't work like that either.
What you mean?
I don't think, right? I don't think it works exactly one for one. We see people talk about that all the time. Like,
it all depends on what company that you're streaming stuff on. So it's like Apple, you might get a certain amount. Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, you might get a certain pay cut. But I'm like, if you obviously you don't split your movies off into different streaming services, but I'm just like, just give them like hey, if somebody watches at least 30 minutes of this movie, you get paid
10 cents or
a
fraction of a penny.
Yeah, if you got 5, 10, 20 million subscribers, anytime somebody watch this shit 30 minutes at least, you get 50 cents or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's not how the film industry works, really. Cause,
I know, but
because most of that, they're just paying for it up front, and then Netflix is getting their money back. Like Netflix is already taking their $300 million to make this movie, and then they're just putting this movie on their service, and then which is why they made a effort to put all their content up front versus stuff that they brought, because then this is stuff that's like in house and that they're getting is for them. It's not like, okay, we get it, and then now these people gotta get paid off it as well. It's like they're just trying to make it so that the only content that people are watching is their content.
Yeah, Netflix is kind of ahead of the game, even though people hate them for doing it. They're trying to crack down on people sharing passwords.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why they're doing that is because you
no,
got to do it for the profit.
Subscription numbers aren't going up.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I mean, how it's looking right now, it's gonna reform back to classic television.
TV.
It's just gonna be streaming.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna take a while for them to get the infrastructure right because this is a new thing.